Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Today I'm going to update you guys on my Pan That Face palette for the month of May, and also two of them are from April and May because I didn't do an update on the other two, like the highlighter and the blush palette for April. April was a pretty much write-off for me, so I made up heavily in May. I don't need a pen. I don't know why I'm trying to grab a pen. But let's go ahead and talk about first the Tarte Color Wheel. That is an Amazonian clay blush palette, and it looks like this, and it is getting really old, but I feel like it's still good. It still performs well. There's a lot of option in here, and it's something that I really want to get use of, and it would be really great to see some pan in this palette this year if I could. If I could. Even if it just is incredibly loved and used, great. All right, so in the end of March, it was at 129.23 grams. At the end of May, we are at 128.73. So not as much usage as I would hope. It's pretty consistent with the every other month. I've usually gotten about 0.2 grams worth of product. So in the last little while, I would say that would be about 0.5 for the 2 months. But I'm going to be honest, May, I pushed so hard on my palettes, eye palette, face palettes, everything. I pushed so hard because April was such a write-off for me. And I'm really trying to get used on these things. So I was expecting it, I'm not going to lie, to be a little bit better, but I'll take it. It's still good. It's still a little bit better than it was other months. But this is what it's looking like now. There's still no pans. Eventually the weight will change drastically because I will be putting this highlighter and this highlighter in a lotion, but I'm going to leave them for now. I might even wait until the end of the year. Man, you can tell this is getting like really dirty and I need to wipe it off because like, yeah, it's just, I have to, yeah, you know, usage, powder, whatever. At least it's not super glary, you know? But this is the one that I'm using the most. This one here, my son's coming upstairs, so I'm going to try and like keep him out of the frame. But this one here and this one here are the ones that I'm using the most. Hi, baby. Okay, stay there, please. And then also, oh, yes, honey. What is that? -1. And then I also used this one here quite a bit. I really enjoyed this palette a lot. I can see that it's crumbly. Especially, I don't know how well you're going to be able to tell, but this one you can see it looks like it's got chunks out of it. It's very crumbly. Like I put my brush in there and it just like falls apart, and then I have to like try and pick up those little pieces with my brush and it just falls all over the place. It's not a good look, but I'm trying to use the product. Okay, honey, come on. There's nothing for mommy to press, babe. Yes, I know. Okay. So this one got a decent amount of use, but not as much as I was hoping. But I will be taking this when I travel as well. So the usage isn't going to be drastic all the time. But I would like to get, by the end of the year, at least under 126 grams. That's my goal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach that, but that's my goal. If I take out these two and put them in a lotion and use them up, obviously I'll be able to reach that. But my goal is to use the blushes very organically, and not like waste, you know? Not like I would be wasting if I put these in lotion. I would still use it. It's just, those highlighters don't mean anything to me. They're not my favorite. It's not something I'm going to miss, so blah, 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 right? It's in the palette, therefore I need to use it, but I would be totally fine if I just like dump that in the garbage. But I will try to use it in some capacity. Just, it's really not a priority right now. For the next palette, it is the Tarte Skin Twinkle Lighting Palette. And this has 3 products in it. 2 are highlighters and 1 is a pressed powder. The pressed powder I have not really touched at all, which is where most of my usage and weight goes down. There's a huge dip. I could hit pan really like easily, but I just have not tried. I've been mostly trying to work on this side of the palette here and then this side of the palette here. And so far I'm doing okay. It definitely looks like a loved palette finally. You can really see there. It's really starting to look like a really loved palette, and that's what I want. I want my collection to look loved and used, and it's just, are these highlighters that I want to keep after this year? I have to think about that because currently it's not like what I love, you know? They're okay, but I don't know. I have other ones that I prefer. So anyhow, this one was at 11, what, sorry, oh my God, 111.86 at the end of March, at grams, by the way. And it is now at 111.74. And again, that's relatively consistent if I'm not using this. But when I use this thing, the weight goes down drastically. So I'm going to try to utilize this pressed powder more. Again, it's just a powder for under the eyes and stuff. So maybe I can try and use that. Maybe I'll take this on my trip. I don't have a highlighter. Okay, honey. So maybe I'll take this and this, and I'll try and get used that way. All right, so the piece de resistance, my Shade Light face palette. Yeah, okay, go. So this one is an oldie but a goodie. Now, this probably should have been retired a while ago, but let's be honest, when you buy something, you don't really want to part with it if you don't have to, and it's not like it's that old, like it's not 10 years old. So, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't press it. So, as of last month, my palette had, what did it have? It had an empty contour palette, oh my god, empty contour pan. It had a bit of a pan on the other one, on the I think it's the medium version. And it had two pans. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So, oh, wow. It had 3 pans total, like 3 pans showing inside of the products, and 1 pan completed. And then it had 2 full products, like basically full products, which is the deepest shade. So what I did was I had to combine some to make a new contour shade for myself. And so I will show you what the palette looks like now. So just keep in mind the top 2 and the bottom closest to the end, that's one of the lighter contour shades, had pan in it, but only like, it wasn't that much pan. It was like a little bit in the middle. But yeah, anyway, you'll see. So I wish I could just put a picture in here, but I just don't have time to edit, so I apologize. But I will show you what my palette looks like now. It has changed drastically, and I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm feeling really good about it. So this is where it's at now. So before I had the same kind of pan, but a little bit less, of course, because I've been using this one this month. But it had the same thing in this one here. These were the same kind of, but like, you know what I mean? More product, less pan. This one had only probably this size of a pan in it up here. So this has drastically opened. What did you do, buddy? Are you okay? Let me press it for you. And then this one was completely empty, and these ones were full. So what I did was I took this one, half of this, and this portion, and I pressed it all in here, which made this color. So very, very like shadowy. I could have probably added a little bit of extra of this color because this is quite grayed out, but it is quite frankly the perfect contour shade. It doesn't look so grayish on, oh, hello. Yes, -3. So yeah, I think that's like the perfect contour shade, honestly. I love it so much. I have been using it like crazy. I have it on today a little bit. It looks messy because I went and got my hair done today. So it was like water all over my face, and I've been wearing this since this morning. But all in all, this is great progress. So if I can continue with this, I would like to, first of all, continue using this because my skin shade is light and this is relatively light. So it's perfect for me for right now. Then I will continue working on this in the summer. And also, once I finish this one, I will heavily focus on this and this, of course. And then I'll start making another concoction with these two. Or I'll leave this, use the Tarte one that's in this one as my under eye powder, and then combine this with this. Because then I can just leave this with just the product that's in here instead of adding something from outside. I have been thinking a lot about that, adding like another under eye setting powder into this, and I don't want to add weight to it. I don't want to add product to it if I can help it. So I'm thinking if I can just keep it with this while still kind of using that, I'll be okay. I'm thinking that's the way that I'm going to work it. But I just made myself a brand new full-size pan. So this is going to take me a lot of time, and we are almost to the halfway point. We have like less than 30 days to the halfway point of the year, and I still have so much product in this palette. So I think some of the contour might still be around, but I know that all of the under eye setting powders will be done, and probably 2 pans worth will be done by the end of the year. So I'm really happy about that. This has gone much better than I had anticipated. My palette has pretty dusty kick-uppy product. I know some people say that theirs is pretty hard pressed. Mine is not hard pressed. Mine is actually quite loose. And I'm really enjoying this product, and I'm really sad when it's going to be gone because I really like it. But I've been done really well. I think I've done really well with all of my products. It makes me so happy to have these 3 things in my life. I'm already kind of like ready to let this one go, to be completely honest. So I'm not sure this is going to stick around after. Why'd you shut the fan off, dude? It's hot in here. Okay, I gotta go because my kid is touching things he shouldn't. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you hit that like button to let me know if you like this. Dylan! Oh my gosh, I gotta go. Okay, thank you. Subscribe. Bye.